Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video, I decided to do a ranking of the top 10 best movies of 2019 so far. We're 6 months into the year. Can you believe it? We are halfway through and I've decided to rank the best movies so far. Now, I have not seen every single movie that has come out, so this is my top 10 of the movies that I have seen that I think are the best quality, or they send a good message, or they make me feel something, they give me chills in my body. And so this is my top 10 ranking. So number 10, I went with The Best of Enemies. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, Susan, why is this on your best list? It should be kind of probably on the worst list, but I like movies that send a message. I like movies that play some kind of historical significance in our culture. And I like to learn things, information that I wouldn't ordinarily know. And this movie definitely enlightened me on a lot of topics that I had no idea about. Plus, I love Sam Rockwell. That's a plus. And Taraji P. Henson gave a really great performance in this movie. So that is my number 10. Number 9 is Us. And I know it's kind of lower on the scale. However, I did want to give it its credit and due because solely based on the reason that Jordan Peele gives us unique and original ideas, especially nowadays when everything is either a comic book movie or a prequel or a sequel or a remake or a reboot. I love original ideas, and he is one of the few directors and writers that is actually giving us this today. So I really appreciate that. Number 8 is Late Night. This is one of my newer reviews, and I know it's lower on the list, but I just really liked this movie. I love strong female characters, and this movie really gave that to us, and I just loved Emma Thompson in this role, and Mindy Kaling gave us a fantastic script, so that is why it's on my list. Number 7 is Shazam, and the reason why it's number 7 is because it didn't do that well at the box office. It did well, but it didn't strive for the numbers that the studio really, really wanted. I think that's because it kind of ran a little bit long, and there was a lot of integrated plot lines that maybe should have been saved for the sequel that we all know that they're going to do. And so that's why it's a little bit lower on my list. However, Zachary Levi gave a fantastic performance as Shazam. I loved it. So I really enjoyed and liked this movie. So it is in my top 10. Number 6 is Rocket Man. I love Bohemian Rhapsody. Anyone that watches my channel already knows this. And I couldn't help but going in with comparisons to that movie. And I recently learned that it is the exact same director that did Bohemian and Rocket Man. And so that places even more worry in your mind. However, these are two totally different movies, two totally different styles. And I really enjoyed myself in this movie. And like I said, it dropped some information on me that I had no idea about. It enlightened me on Elton John's life, and I truly appreciated that. Number 5, the top 5, we're going to go with Captain Marvel. This was a significant movie in the MCU because Captain Marvel is the first female to have her own movie, and I really loved it. I saw it in Dolby. It was fantastic to me. I had a great time, and I know a lot of people rip apart Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. I enjoyed her. I really did. I loved the fight scene. Like, it was a great movie, and this movie was important because it set us up for Avengers Endgame, and so it's got to be in my top 5. Number 4 is, ooh, I forgot. Longshot. I have my list next to me. Number 4 is Longshot. I really loved this movie. Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron had wonderful chemistry in this movie. It was a smart script, witty dialogue. the movie just moved along quickly. It wasn't lagging in any way. It was a 2-hour romantic comedy, and it was just really refreshing to watch. Unfortunately, it didn't have a great box office because it came out so close right after Avengers Endgame. I believe the weekend right after. It didn't have a chance. So when this movie comes out on Netflix, streaming, whatever, however you can see it, definitely watch Longshot. It is funny. You will not regret it. My number 3 is Booksmart. I love a smart, witty script, and this movie gives us that. The chemistry between these two lead actresses is amazing. You would think they've been friends their entire lives, and I just really loved it. Plus, it is a phenomenal directorial debut by Olivia Wilde. So much respect for her for that. Number 2 is John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. Let me tell you something. I went and saw this movie on a whim. I had not seen chapters 1 or 2, but I said, you know what? The trailer looks really good. Fight scenes. I love action. So I went and I saw it. Amazing. I'm currently obsessed with Keanu Reeves. Anything that he does, I want to see. I want to be a part of it. I've seen now chapters 1 and 2. I'm obsessed. I really am. I am now a fan of the John Wick world, of Keanu Reeves, of anything and everything. Love, love, love. And of course, my number 1 pick for the best movie so far of 2019 is obviously Avengers Endgame. This was no doubt, no question in my mind. This is the movie we've been waiting for. This is the movie that has been built up for 11 years, over 20 movies, hundreds of actors in this movie to create the final conclusion. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. And the sole reason why it is number 1 on my list is because every time I went to the theater and watched it 3 times, every single time it came to the Avengers Assemble scene, the final battle scene, and everyone came back, I get chills throughout my entire body. And that really means that I am totally engrossed in this movie. I am feeling it and I am loving it. And based on that sole reason, that is why it is number 1. Plus, it deserves to be number 1 because Robert Downey Jr. sacrificed himself to save the world. So he is definitely number 1. This movie is number 1 on my list. And I know we have a lot more movies coming up for the rest of the year. But like I said, this is so far, my so far list. So come the end of the year, I will do my top 10 best of the entire year because we have Lion King coming out and I am so excited for that. That's probably definitely going to be in my top 10 for the entire year. We have so many more movies coming out. And before you know it, it's going to be Oscar time again. It's going to be award season time. And that's when it's really going to be gearing up on my channel because you know I'm obsessed with the awards and nominations. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think? What were your top 10 movies so far? What do you think of my choices? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please let me know in the comments. Hit the like button and the subscribe. And if you like what I say and enjoy what I do, join the review crew.